Paladins are a heavy aggro faction with emphasis on moving forward and winning terrain, while still dealing damage and punishing the enemy's passiveness. This faction relies on heavy units moving forward and trading damage, while being able to sustain it through having a lot of support options on spells and structures. The Flag Bearers of Dawn. This minion will be very important to our early strategy, since they have a ton of movement and the Vanguard trait to score some early kills. The Monument of Julius will help us give our commander a bit more edge in those cases where we want him to deal with threats we don't want to expose our minions to. Getting to the core units of the faction, Grab as a Traveler will be the backbone of our charge, since his effect works great with all minions trying to move forward. And the Knight of the Dawn. This heavy unit will wreck the enemy's frontline with its Super Vanguard trait, that allows him to trigger multiple Vanguard attacks when moving towards the enemy. Lastly, some utility spells and structures to support our minions in their advance leaving us with a strong Paladins deck ready to play. Paladins can play really aggressive on early game due to their Vanguard trait, allowing them to move and attack as the same action. Right now, I could strike with both my Flag Bearers, but I want to build my advance a bit better before clashing onto the enemy's frontline. Sadly, defensive options such as the Pacifier trait are especially effective against Paladin advances, so we'll have to trade a bit in order to deal some damage. It's important to try to keep our units with Vanguard close to the commander as we move forward, since they'll have a better chance on landing a Vanguard attack this way. The Cavalry Grounds will give us that much needed extra attack, as well as buff our Vanguard to Super Vanguard, allowing to strike multiple minions when an attack is triggered by moving towards the enemy units. Quickly, you'll see how my advance has broken the enemy line and thus separating the enemy commander from many of their creatures, cutting down my opponent's options. This is what an optimal endgame looks like for Paladins. And, at the end of the game, by playing to our strengths, striking with our commander as the head of the frontline, we managed to drive the enemy to a corner and deal the final blow.